here. There we go. Should just be there. Yeah, I set up the new Friday Follies thing, and I put it in the wrong spot. So it plays both countdowns at the same time. Good morning, everybody. Welcome in. Hey, Skill and Luck. How you doing, man? Good to see y'all here on a Friday. It's been a interesting week. As you know, we're going through some weird weather out here in Washington State. So we have, I almost didn't have a show today. We have flooding everywhere, massive flooding out here because of this weird rainstorm that came through, melted all the snow in the mountains, and all that snow came down as runoff, and there's mudslides and trees and rocks and shit everywhere. It's crazy out there right now. So yeah, towns around us are all losing power. So we almost didn't have a show today. Anyway, let's get after it. It is Friday. And we're going to have fun today because it's Friday and we do that kind of thing. But don't forget why we're doing our shows, right? And I say this all the time. I know that I'm doing an app that's a casino gaming app. I get that. Casinos are actually a part of that, right? Helping us get it right so that things feel right. And I'm working hard to getting dealers trained through the app and that kind of thing. But never forget the underlying battle that we're fighting, right? The casinos exist for two reasons, right? To either ban you for being too good, they don't want your action. If you, God forbid, you could actually beat them, they don't want you there, or they're trying to bankrupt your ass. That's it. That's why casinos are around. That is a business model where the customer is seen as, I don't want to use the word enemy, but opportunity. They look at you as an adversary. No other business looks at their customers as an adversary. The casino does. So don't forget that. And that's why we're here. And again, even though it's going to be a fun day, we still will try and exercise a little bit of bankroll management, a little bit of risk management. We're going to know when to leave today. If I hit my thing, we're done today, right? We're going to be out. I'll pull my calculator out. We'll pay ourselves fat stacks. And we'll get the hell out of here. But in most cases, that's not the case. We're not playing with fake money, right? Understand your bankroll. Understand how you view and embrace or push away risk. Understand when you see time to leave and stop playing or time to lean in. Yesterday's a great example, right? I'm doing a show. We're having some fun doing my thing. And, I hit my strategy on the very first shooter, but because we're doing a show, let's just stay in. Well, I ended up losing $1,500, right? By staying in. Timing is important. Identifying when it's time to stop playing and avoiding those ugly downturns is so important. So important. I should do a better job here of practicing what I preach, I think, on the shows. Anyway, let's get to it. Not a lot of things to talk about outside of just kind of farting around having some fun today. But let's see what we got here. Skill says that there should be good to help level at the mountains or clip the tops and to get the clouds. What? There should be good help to level off the mountains. Oh, I see what you're saying. The thing of it is these mountains are so big, right? You know how they are, right? They're 4,000 feet up and they're supposed to have snow on them right now, but we had this warm front come through plus rain and just melted all of it. It's crazy town. Yeah, right. When my dream of the casinos. No, here's the thing though. I want to if I do a casino of my own, right? I would do it. Yeah, there's good money in it, right? But honestly, I'd like to have build a creator friendly and a customer friendly experience. Like I like a casino where it's not adversarial to the creators to come in and film. Like I would actually make like maybe not part of the pit, but like a surrounding part of the pit, tables that are pre-wired with cameras at good spots so you can watch the dealing. And frankly, if you think about it as a training opportunity, but yeah, have cameras out there on the floor. So, and they're set up. And if you want to be a creator, Mark the Point, come through and just kind of, come on in and film. Great. You can plug your USB. We have the USB, plug it into your laptop and you have all the camera feeds, right? And you have built-in microphones and whatever, make it friendly so that you guys can film stuff. That's what I want to do. I'd like to have, I talked about this before. My casino will only ever have a hand shuffled 6-deck 3-2 blackjack game. No fucking side bets. I'm not doing that to people. I'm not going to do that to people. I will have fair games, right? The fairest of the fair, right? Kind of thing. We're going to have, I told you, edgeless craps for 3 hours a day. We'll call it happy hour. And we'll do box numbers pay true odds for 3 hours a day. That's the kind of stuff I want to do, right? Give you kind of a fighting chance at it, right? but also to make it friendly. I want it to be fun. I want to have customers come through and get trained properly. I'd like to have training rooms where you learn how to play blackjack. Here's basic strategy. We'll work with you and really not push you out on the floor until you're actually feeling ready. Like that's kind of like put a casino quest inside the casino kind of a thing, right? That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Gary, I am on more than one channel. I'm dual streaming this week on Casino Gaming Central and Casino Gaming TV. I don't know where you guys are, right? I see all the chats though. We are going to next week move everything to Casino Gaming Central on this show. So I'm going to be not shutting down Casino Gaming TV, but it's going to be reduced in what we use it for. It'll be reduced to live stuff, like competition live stuff. So that'll be the plan there. Using our mics and stuff that way, because you know what? It's a funny thing. Like all these creators have to sneak around. They got cameras in their little pen pockets and shit. They just make it friendly. Why not have in your Casino Del John? Why not have a sound booth? Like, there was a casino. I don't know which one it was. I want to say it was the Rio, but I can't remember which one it was that had like a big sound recording booth in on the floor, like by the sports book. They had it, and in that booth they had live sports talk, like Las Vegas's sports talk station broadcasted live from inside the casino, right? And you could watch the show. How cool would it be to have like a podcast booth that's glass enclosed, perfectly soundproofed and all that kind of stuff, right? So guys who, like casino tiers, right, could do their podcast from the casino floor. No charge, just book it in advance and just have your Sunday at 3:00 and go in there and film your thing. That would be super cool. Like I want that kind of experience. I want that to be the thing. And the gambling, yeah, it's there, right? Of course. But really it's about that holistic experience. I would love to have that. That would be so cool. Anyway, that's funny. The Big Kahuna Casino is going to have square chips, so they stop rolling that. That's a great. Actually, what you can do is those hexagonal ones, right? The problem is when you use different chip shapes, they always get screwed up. But yeah, my casino is going to be fun. I will take some of your money, but it's going to be a good time. It's going to be, it won't be adversarial. It's going to be come on in and let's do this thing together. I want that. I want a good experience. Anyway, the WPT would eat that up. Yeah, right. All right, let's go. Let's do some Friday Follies here. I'm gonna play the ATS today. Right? John never plays the ATS. Let's do it. Let's go down here to my table. Let me get all my crap out the way. And I'm gonna play only the ATS, kinda. We're gonna try and do like a fully funded ATS. So this is gonna be an exercise in just discipline and regular play. So I'm gonna do it I'm gonna show you two levels. I'm gonna play it at the high level because it's Friday. But here's what you could do if you were this guy. You could do a $30 6 and 8. Okay. You could do a 10, 10, 10. I'll put them up here. My ATS bets will be, can you see them on the top there? A 10, 10, 10. Put it right there. That's my ATS. Actually, I'm going to put it over here. I'll put it over on this side. This is my ATS. 1, 2, 3. Can you see that? All right. There's the ATS bets. Take your extra money here. Let's take this $10. Actually, it should be $5. And we'll do a little hard-way parlay, dollar change. Okay. This is the play. I got $34 in action. I got a $35 win on a 6 or 8. I'm going to try and get a 6 or 8 and stop playing and pay for my action and let these things parlay up 2 hits and out on a hard-way parlay potentially, and just ride the ATS. That's all we're going to do. We're just going to do the ATS. I'm going to try and get it paid for here, right? And by the way, that's $60, $70, $80, $94, about $100, right? It seems like it's crazy town. If you get a 7 early, you're going to lose the whole $100, right? But if you catch a 6 or 8, the whole thing's paid for. That's it. That's the gambit. We're going to try and get a 6 or 8 to pay for it. Now, that's how a normal person can do it. And you can actually do it like this, 5, 5, 5, if you wanted to. Now you're at 60, 75 in action, $80 in action. Take the $15 back to your rack. And when you get the $35 6 or 8 payment, it actually pays for your next ATS. You get 2 for 1. If you lower this down, you get paid 35 minus the 15, or including the 15. That pays for 2 rounds of ATS. You can do it either way, but you know, we're going to level up. Now, what I'm going to do today, because it's Friday Follies and because it's a who cares kind of a day, we're going to go, here is my rack, and I'm going to do it like this. We're going to go with 2.25. Okay, why 2.25? Well, we're gonna get some greens here. 200 for the blacks, and we're gonna get $25 in reds for that quarter. So 2.25 looks like a $60 6 and 8. It looks like 25, 25, 25 on the ATS, and I'm going to take this quarter here as nickels, and it's going to be like that. It's going to be fives on the hard way. So I have a little bit of change. So it's basically 220. It's basically 2.25. It's 60, 120, 130, 140 plus 75. That's the play, right? $70 almost pays for that. We're not quite leveraged out here. We'll have to reduce this down and take a second hit, but we're going to try and get the ATS basically paid for. Okay. To mark the ATS, I'm going to keep my rack down here. I'm just going to use Lammers, and I will mark the field and the boxes to know. All right, here we go. Let's pull this out, and let's put this over here. Can you see it over here? All right, let's do it right there, and let's play the ATS. As much as I hate the ATS, really, it's come out 7. So this is the case where I've got this extra money over here in my rack to kind of cover the come out 7s. You can't fight City Hall. You're going to lose that sometimes. So I have an extra 3 cracks at it over here. Watch today be the day we get burned, right? All right, come out. So the 4 is the point. Let's mark the 4. And let's go. Now everything's on. And there's a 4 again. So watch this. The puck's going to go off. We're going to get paid on our hard 4, actually. 7 times 5 is $35. 25, $35. And it looks like either a quarter or the whole 40. Okay. If I take the $15 home and leave this as a quarter, then bully for me, I got my hard ways are essentially paid for. So the 4 and 10 kind of pay for the hard ways. If you look at it that way, those are actually kind of covered now. We'll leave that here. Come on back out. And we got a 3. That's fantastic. So let's mark the 3 right there. There's the 6. Puck goes to the 6. We'll mark the 6. And now the bets are on. There's a hard 6. Oh my gravy. Look at that. That goes away. Now check this out. We're going to get paid our $70. So $70 on the 6. Okay. We're going to bring the 6 and 8 both down to $18. Actually, I'm going to bring them down to, I'm just going to bring them down. We're just going to let them pay once. We're not going to worry about the hard way so much. Let's bring those down with their payment and the hard 6. So we have $5 on it. That pays $45. That's going to be a straight up parlay, goes to 50. Hard 6 is at $50. We have our 6 and 8 money back. Okay. Also, that means these are paid for. So we've got the hard ways paid for. We've got the ATS paid for, except for the come out loser, but we're all set, right? These things paid for these things. These things paid for these things, and we are playing for free, except for that first come out 7 loss. Let's go. All right, we got a 9. That's the point is 9. Let's mark the 9. Put this over here, actually. All right. There's a hard 8. Are you freaking kidding me? Great. We'll mark the 8. That's awesome. The 8 came hard. Again, it pays $45. Come on, bank. There we go. That pays $45. We'll parlay it. Looks like 50. Okay. And by the way, these things come out. That's $450 right there. Be okay. Let's get another hard 6 or 8. Easy 8. Bummer, dude. All right. We'll go back out with it. Second 8 doesn't matter. Hard 6, hard 4, huh? Easy 4. Bummer. Lose the 4. We'll put it back. It's okay. We need some different stuff. Come on, ATS. Let's get some different stuff over here. There's another 9. Okay, that's the point. Okay, everything's off except for the ATS. Just got to avoid come out nasty. Another 9. There's a 10. All right, easy 10. We'll mark it up. There's your 10. We'll lose the 10s. Come on out. This is a home run or nothing way to play. Oh, there's a 5. That's all the box numbers. Look at that. We have all the box plus a 3. I just need a 2 for the small. 2 for the small, and the 2 biggies for the tall. Let's go. Oh, there's a yo, 11 yo, mid-mo yo. Now we just need the extremes. Let's go. We got everything but the extremes here. Can you believe this? I don't even know what this pays. I've never played the ATS at 25 hours before, so let's go. Come on, give me something big or small here. Oh, it's the 7. Damn it. That's probably as close as we're going to get all day. That was probably as close as we're going to get to it all day on the very first shooter that we had. Damn, that would have been so fun to knock it out on shooter 1. Wouldn't it have been great? All right, let's do it again. Let's get our 6 and 8 back out. There's the $60 6 and 8. There is the almost all of the ATS. See that how close we got in that first shooter to getting it done? We do have our hardways. We're $25 light on the ATS shot. So all that we did, we came out just a quarter light on the whole thing. The whole thing cost us $25 for that shot. Isn't that great? Yeah, we do have. We're a little light in the loafers over here though on our backup ATS bets for the come out 7s. But whatever. Let's go. We'll never get that close again. There's a 6 for the point. Let's mark the 6. My puck is a little too big here, but we'll. All right, we need a 6 or an 8. Got a hard 8. Look at that. Again, it pays $70, right? And the 6 and 8 are done. Those 2 bets essentially paid for the ATS. That's my ATS win, right? Over here, the hard 8 again pays $45 plus the 5. Parlay it up. It's a $50 bet. And let's go. Let's go. We got us a 5. Okay, mark the 5. I'm not on it. We're just letting it ride, right? Basically trying to pay. I should have had these a little higher. I could have made these a little higher. Oh, I didn't mark the 8, right? I could have had these higher, like $90 6 and 8 to pay 105. Totally covers everything. 105 would have covered 75 plus this. Maybe next time out we'll do it like that. Not a bad call. There's the 4 easy 4. We lose the hard 4. Maybe what we'll do too is if since we're not making money over here yet, maybe we'll let these things just kind of go away. Maybe we'll just, if we don't get it, we'll let them die instead of keep replacing, because I don't have the extra change to replace them with. Boy, I'd love a hard 8 right now, huh? There's a 9. Look at us with the box numbers. Where was this yesterday, by the way? Yesterday, when I was trying for 2 box numbers and I couldn't get 1, where was these rolls when I had the whole thing covered? Of course, right? Freaking craps. There's an easy 8, so we lose the hard 8. What a huge bummer. What a huge bummer. Something good. There's a 6. Again, that's the point. That's our easy 6. Alrighty. 9 is the new point. We already have a 9. Come on, shooter. There's another 9. Puck is off. Coming out, 7. Lose our ATS. That's a huge bummer. All right, let's restart. We lost the ATS. This all clears out. Every time it clears, we restart the process. Okay, this is still there from before, so let's go. 6, 8. Let's do them at 90. Let's change our spread. We'll go to 96 and 8. We'll do a $75 up here, and I'll get a quarter out of here, and we'll do. There we go. Okay. My backup, my buffer money's gone, but I still have, really, believe it or not, 4 cracks. I've only used 1 bullet so far. I'm still really on the first bullet. Let's go. Midnight. I love it. You love the midnight, right? There it is. There's the midnight. Come on. Hard 8. All right. There we go. Mark the 8. Midnight and the 8. Let's do it. One of these two now really, again, 105, these at 90 now. So you can see they're at 90 instead of 60. 105 covers 75 plus 20. 75, 85, 9. That's a better number Let's make 6 and 8 actually profit instead of just barely cover. Let's just, the hell with it, right? We'll go up a little higher. This needs to be more than 225 per. Aces. Oh, this might be the one, guys. This might be the one right here. Let's make those actually say PC. This might be the one. Come on, we got the aces. We got the midnight. Let's freaking go. Ah, come on. Got nothing on that one. That's a bummer. We had the 2 hardest ones out of the gate. We didn't quite get it. Ah, man. What a huge bummer. Worked so hard for that, right? All right, let's go again. Now these slugs over here at 2 1/4 aren't enough now. So I've got to change my bankroll. Let's see what it costs to get out. I think it's gonna be $300 to get out instead of $225. I'm gonna change these to be $300 instead of 2 1/4. And we'll do the math really quick too, so you can see what it would have cost us to get into this thing. So that's 3, 6, 9, $1,200 is what it would have cost. Okay, to do it this with the right levels. So I'm changing the bankroll in mid-flight. I'm gonna get another 2 bullets over here. So yeah, it's actually $300 per spread. Let's pretend we lost $300 on the first one, and we'll just go to shooter 2. So $300. And again, this looks like $300 in greens. We'll do it. I'll break it up as I go. There's your ATS. There's your 90-90. Let's make this here look like 50. That goes to 90. That goes to 90. And there you go. We have a quarter left. So it's 275, right? So 90 and 90 is 180, 190, $275 is what it takes. That's why you have a quarter left over. So 275 to get out. And here we go. New shooter. Let's rock it. Midnight again. This is going to be the guy. This is the shooter for us right here. This is our person. Come on. Come on, person. A 5. Okay, we'll mark the 5. Good point. We got an 8, easy 8. So we'll lose our hard 8. That sucks, but it's fine. We get $105, which covers everything, and these guys come down. So there we go. There's 105. That covers everything. Just play it out. Who cares now? Who cares? 105 covered, 75, 85, 95. We're actually up $10 for the shooter, and we don't care. I didn't put the 8 up. There's the 8. There's the 6. We lose our easy 6, or hard 6 rather. 5 again. That's the point. You see that thing roll over? Booger. All right. What a booger. Man. All right. Let's reset. Here we go. Here's our $90 6 and 8. Take the other black. And that goes to 5, quarter. 1, 1, 1 with 1 nickel change. Let's do it again. Lost our first bullet, playing hard on the second bullet. There's the point of 10. Mark it up. No hard 10 because we were coming out. And there's a 9. Mark the 9. Need a 6 or 8. Let's get them paid for. There's the 6. Great. I'll do it in greens. $105 in green. Okay. And the 6 and 8 both come down. That pays. That's the whole bullet. That is the whole bullet. 1, 250, $310. That is the whole bullet back in the rack. Fantastic. Who cares what happens except for the fact that we lost our hard 6. And it's a 5. Cool. Mark the 5. Midnight. Yes, sir. Look at that. 9, 10. Oh my goodness. I'm not going to get my hopes up though. A 3. 3 craps 3. Mark that. Come on, baby. Ah! Damn. Freaking ATS. I actually found a felt like this one here, like a big mouse pad felt thing that has the ATS on it. I might actually go buy that. All right, we'll get rid of this. We'll take our bullet and go right back out, and we'll just do it again. 90 and 90. Up and off. 1, 2, 3. And we'll take our $30 here. Actually, I'll put this back over here to use these other nickels. Buck is off. Let's go. Now, of course, where this thing falls short, obviously, is going to be the come out sevens, right? The come out sevens have not bid us today. You'll burn $75 on the come out sevens doing this, but we also have paid for all this home run action every time. We've gotten lucky so far and paid every time. I could regress the 30 skill, but I wanted to make these paid for. This is purely about ATS or nothing. What I was thinking, honestly, was if I was to go to a real casino and went out there at 30 and 30 on the 6 and 8, 30 and 30, 5, 5, 5, and all ones, right? That's going to be $15, $19 with a $30 6, or actually, I'm sorry, 10, 10, 10, and all the ones, right? Take a $30 6 and 8, one hit, pays for all of it, and just let it ride. If I'm out there playing with friends at a meetup, that might be an easy way to do it. Yeah, it's $100 if you get a PSO, but also more often than not, as you can see here today, you're going to get this paid for. And to sit back there and drink your whiskey and talk to your buddies and let the dice happen, right? That was my idea. So anyway, that's where I'm not going to keep playing. This is just get it paid for, and hopefully you don't get a PSO and you're done. Here we are again, right? 105. There's the 105, right? We'll take this down, and there's your bullet back, right? One hit, you're out, right? What was that roll? An 8. We'll lose the hard 8, and you're done. All this is paid for with $10 in profit. I made $10 on the shooter. If the shooter happens to go crazy and win me an ATS, then fan-frickin-tastic, right? Not trying to play the numbers at all. We're just going to hope against hope. There's an easy 10. We'll lose our hard 10. There's an easy 6. We'll lose that. Hard ways are going to go bye-bye, it looks like. But that's okay, right? Another easy 6. 11 yo. 11 yo. Okay, there's that one. 7 out. Okay, so again, we just win our $10. We'll try it again. And that'll be that. Here we go. Bring the money back out again. Just keep bringing the same old bullet out there and trying it again. There's that. There's that. There's the 1, 2, 3 with $30. Actually, I've got reds in the racks. We'll just use those reds up. Let's do it. Probably the last time I'm doing this, all right? Oh, this has come out 7. That's the first time in a long time we've lost that. Jacob is here. Jacob, I've been talking about you so much recently, dude. Hope you've been watching, but actually, you know, if I was telling somebody this about your ATS play, I should be doing that today, actually. I'm gonna, if you don't mind, after the shooter, I'm gonna talk about Jacob's ATS equivalency test. Wait till you love this one. Let's finish this shooter up first, and then I'll talk about that. All right, we're coming out. We got a 6 on the come out. All right, here we go. Mark the 6. Bam. 6. All right, we lose the hard 6. So freaking what? Because we make 105 on the way out the door. Love it. Love it. There's your bullet. You're all covered. All free. Let's go. There's a 9. Point is 9. We'll mark the 9 and let's just hit an ATS and get the hell out of here. That dice roll does better than I do, Jacob. There's the 9 again. And it's an 8. Mark the 8. Now we're on over here. Okay. 11 yo. Mid-mo. Frickin' yo. 5. Mark the 5. A 9 again. We already had it. 6 again. We already had the 6. Oh no. I just dropped the chip on the floor. 7 out. Okay, that's that. Didn't get it done. I want to show you guys something because Jacob's here, and I was showing this to my friend Ian the other day about some magical stuff here. Okay, so if we do this, and I forget the level, right? But let's say you're doing, let's do you're doing a 5-5-5. Okay, what does an end pay? What does the tall or the small pay on a 5-5-5? Right, it pays 30 to 1. Right, so it's what is that? 3 times 5 is 15, 150, right? You paid $150. That's the target on a 5-5-5 bet. Okay. Now, if you were to play the 5, I think, Jacob, I think you play it at $15, right? A $15 5. And let's let the 5 hit 3 times and full press it. Watch what happens. There's a $15 5. Now, instead of playing, the ATS would have paid you $100.50. Right, that's your target, right? Watch this. The 5-15 pays $21. All right, I'm not going to power press, okay? But we're going to go ahead and let it run, okay? That's $35 on the 5. That's hit number 1, by the way, on the 5. Hit number 2, 35 pays $50 for that extra dollar that you had, okay? Now you're at 85 on the 5 on hit number 2, okay? On hit number 3 of the 5, what does it pay? 105 plus 14, that's 119. Let's just call it 120 for 1. Okay, 120 for $1. Okay, 3 5s in. You started out with $15. You earned 150, which is the same as the ATS would have been, plus an extra $45, an extra $40. Okay. 3 hits on the number, the 5 or the 9 or the 6 or any one of these inside numbers. 3 hits on any one of those numbers makes you what the end would pay on the ATS. What's more likely to happen? 3 5s on a shooter, 3 9s on a shooter, or a full side of the ATS. This is a 14-15 to 1 shot over here, right? Isn't that interesting? It's not good on most days, right? But here's the difference. It's the same investment as that, $15, the same number. This does not burn on the come out like that does. This is not a bleed against your pass line like that is. There's advantages to doing this, right? Just going $15 5 and letting it run all day long. And in fact, what I'm doing here, and again, if we go $75 on the ATS up top, like I was doing, and I did a $75 5 over here, it would be the same trip as up here, right? Couldn't you do a 6 and 8 to pay for the 5? Sure you could, right? You could do a 5, 6, and 8, right? Have the 6 and 8 out there at $90 each, pay for this. There's all sorts of ways to attack that kind of payout without burning the come out. I like this because you don't burn the come out, right? And if you did the 5 and the 9, treat that as both ends of the ATS. Now, you're not going to ever get a 175 to 1 by doing this. You're going to miss out on the all part, but the ends hit all the time, right? I mean, this is a cool way to kind of catch an end of the ATS without having to burn the come out and without being forced to play the pass line as a thing. So anyway, that's another Jacobism, which I thought was really cool. I love doing that. All right, last shooter of the day. Here we go. I've got a meeting at 8:15. So last shooter right here. We're going to use our last bullet, or our same bullet again. Let's go. Let's hit an ATS on the way out the door today. All right, there's our 6 and 8. Let's get the ATS. Boom, boom, boom. Let's take our $30 as nickels, or 25 as nickels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 change. Let's hammer it. Ready? Go. No come out 7. That's the only thing I care about. No come out 7. There's the 5. We'll mark that bad boy up. Give me an inside number. There's another 5. Puck is off. There's another 5. Boy, 3 5s in a row. How about that? On the same, we're just talking about that, right? 2 come out 5s. Of course, 2 come out 5s. You would never catch that, but all right. There's a 10. Let's mark that hard 10. Hard 10 over here pays 35. Leave it at a quarter. Take back the $15. Now I can replace these guys if they come out. That $15, I'll use that money. Put this back over here. I can replace 3 hard ways now, if I think of it that way. Come on, dude. Let's do it. Easy 10. What a huge, damn it. Damn it. All right, we'll go back to it one time. 8. There's the 8. Awesome. There's $105. That pays for the run. Our bullet, she's back. I'm going to go ahead and color this up here as a quarter, actually. That is almost $300. There's 175. I'm going to grab $200 for these nickels. All right, so we have our bullet back. Our bullets are, except for the first shooter that we lost the whole thing on, we're back. We've been playing for 5, 6, 7 shooters, right? All covered by the 6 and 8. All our money's back in the rack. We're doing great. We're doing great. We just need to have a good run here. Hard 6. All right, that pays $45, right? We'll make it look like 50. Parlay it up. It's a $50 6. We'll mark the 6. Let's go. $450 right here. Come on. Come on. 3-3. Ooh, hard 4 will work. Again, that'll pay $35. Make it a quarter. We have some replacement money now. We'll mark that 4. All the box numbers are coming in. There's a 9. That's all the box numbers. Now we just need to get some hornies. You see that thing roll at the last second? Did you see that? The freaking bubble machine gets us again. All right. So we tied on almost every shooter. The first shooter we didn't tie on. The first shooter we lost money. Every other shooter, though, we tied. Right? So we lost 1 bullet, basically, and everything else is kind of covered. I'm okay with that. That was kind of a fun little way to go after it. If you think about it, we had 225 here in greens. And we had an extra, we lost 225 over here. We lost 450. We lost, with this here, we lost 350. Not bad. I'll take that. Again, at this huge ass level, if we were playing at $30 6 and 8 levels, we would have lost $35. Not a big deal. Good entertainment. Good entertainment. It's a good thing. It's a good thing to do on a Friday Follies on a Who Cares day. So let's come on back. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I've been actually thinking about it for a while. Ways to play the ATS because when you play with a group, and here's the thing, you play with these groups, and I go all the time, right? Like in Vegas, we always have 15 people at a table. When I play with Ian and the crew from Seattle, it's 18 people, and you're just ripping out across bets, and you're doing all this crazy shit, and your bankroll just goes to nothing so quick, right? Because you want to play forever. Here's a way to play forever. Take a 6 or an 8, use the winnings to pay for an ATS, and then just do one of these. Just to sit back and just talk and play and get your drinks and do your thing, right? That's a fun way to approach it. The 5 thing, just do a $15 5 or a $15 9 on every shooter. And that's it. They set a point, put the 5 out there, parlay, collect. It's like hitting the small, right? Isn't that cool? I think it's a cool way to do it. And actually, if you do that, you want to pick another number after that, do a second number with your winnings. That's a fun way to play. I don't want to say risk-free, but super low risk, super high reward, and probably for a really long time. A $15 5 with a $500 buy-in will last you around that table 3 or 4 times. And you're not putting anything at risk. You might catch fire and catch a couple $100 win a couple times. Super fun, right? Measured wild speculation. There you go. You'd be the guy with the DP with the hedge. That's pretty funny. All right. Skill and luck or not. I have to make you a mod on the other. Actually, all the moderators, I got to make a mods on the other channel. So, all right. I'm out. I'm going to go do my meeting. We're going to have on Monday, by the way, a little preview of Monday. I'm going to give you all a live look at the app. The app is, I don't want to say 90% done. It's probably 85% done on the app side of it. The games, roulette is about 90% done on single player roulette. Blackjack is about 85-90% done. So Monday I'll do a little walkthrough. I'll show you all the app, the current progress and state of the app, and how the games play, all that kind of stuff. Would be kind of not a selling session, but it's going to be kind of I'm celebrating how far we got session. So I will see you then. In the meantime, take this comment with you over the weekend. You have to feel pain because eventually the distractions will stop working. Either they wear out or you do. If you know somebody who's in pain for any reason, remind them of this, right? Help them bring the facade down and feel it with you. All right. That's being a good person right there if you can pull it off. All right. Love y'all. God bless everybody. I will see you on Monday. Have a great weekend.